Good morning all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, August 12th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So I'm going to try to make this pretty basic and simplify these terms regardless of what CPI does. Once 9:30 opens, let's talk about the levels for both sides. Okay? We'll start with the bulls. For the bulls, first level is yesterday's low in ES and NQ. Right? 87.50 ES. Oh, look at that. And 87.50 in NQ. Didn't even realize that. Now, that's bizarre. Look at that. 87.50, both of them. That's yesterday's lows. That's their first hump level to defend because that would put the daily back to balance. Okay? After that, it's the weekly low. So in ES, that's 63.02. In NQ, give me a second. It is 88.75 because that would put an inside week down if we were to take it out. That's number one. Number two, it would also give the potential after taking last week's high out in NQ to have a potential outside week down. Now, ES still in balance. However, they did come out of the inside week to the upside. So if you do take out that weekly low that we just spoke about, that could be an inside week down. Plus, obviously, an outside week down. Those are the two main levels for the bulls to defend. Now, again, this is prior to once MGI does form throughout the day. I'm giving you the bigger picture. So what's the bears? Well, plain and simple, number one is the price probe, right? That is 96.25 in ES, 650.75 in NQ. They want to defend that. If they don't defend that, if you get into value from yesterday, there's nothing between, right? It's a price vacuum. Yeah, you had an 8-wide POC, but basically a price vacuum up to the highs. And then you start testing the balance high again in ES. In NQ, if you get above that, again, they only had an 8-wide POC. So, as far as the bears, it's definitely the price probe. And then in ES's case, it would be the balance high if we ever got up there, which is 51, which is the all-time high. Now, NQ after the base of the price probe, there's not much to defend. Why? Because you made an all-time high yesterday. You do have the overnight all-time high still, but as far as regular trade hours, you made it. So I would say for the bears, then again, last week's high, so you don't have an inside week up. Now those are big parameters, but we've traded, right? This market has grinded up, but we haven't really gone anywhere since last Monday's pop up. So those are very, very visual levels that short-term traders who either defend or target, right? It's not a secret how these algos are set. Then once one of these things will be breached, right? You can't defend yesterday's lows and the price probe. That's not going to happen. So that's your first step. Do we get acceptance above the base of the price probe for bulls to rule? Or do you get acceptance below the base of the price probe and take out yesterday's low for the bears to at least start control of today's action? Once that gets decided, then you use today's MGI along with those levels to place your trades. Right? It seems basic. I try to keep things basic here. Right? Too many people make things too complicated. Here's your chart. Again, right now, for ES, it's balance. They did not take out the all-time high yet, the way NQ did. And the daily, one time framing up for 5 days. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.